Assalamu alaikum gentlemen. Today the lecture which we are going to start is about the symmetrical Y and delta circuits. As you know that we were studying the symmetrical components and sequence networks. Therefore, in studying symmetrical components and sequence networks, the study about the symmetrical Y and delta circuits is extremely important, right? So the topic, let us start our lecture. The topic is symmetrical Y and delta circuits. Okay, so in three-phase systems, elements are connected between the lines like red, yellow and blue, or you can also say that the components, the circuit elements are connected between the lines A, B and C, and their basic configuration is whether in the Y connection or they are making the delta connections, right? Means the Y configuration or the delta configuration, right? So relationships between the symmetrical components of the components of Y and delta circuits and voltages can be established by referring this figure, right? Which figure? I am going to draw it. Okay, let's suppose that we have this sort of a figure in which there right here is this figure. This is line A, here is, or you can place it just like this, that we have line A, this is line B, and here we have this as line C. So we will place the names of these points, right? A, this one is A, this one is B, and here we have C. So regarding this, we can also write that we have this particular figure is the delta connection. Okay, so we can say that here A, this one is B, and here we have C. Okay, so we can write that this is minus and here we have plus, and this is VCA. Okay, here the other one, this one is plus, and here we have minus, and this one is VAB. Okay, and also we can say that this is IC, here we have IB, and here we have IA, or you can write it in the small letter as we are dealing in the small letters. Okay, so as these 2 points are A and B, right? So we can write that this across this Z delta, here we have 3 impedances, each known as Z delta. So across these 3 Z deltas, we can say that this Z delta is IAB. Across this impedance which is connected between the points A and C, we can have the current equal to ICA. Okay, and here in this, across this impedance which is connected between B and C, we can have this as IBC. Okay, so this is the first diagram, right? Now this is in the delta format, so now what we will do is to draw the other one which can be in the Y format. Okay, so let us draw the Y connections. We can draw it just like this, that here we have a neutral point, as you know. Across this neutral point we can have these two impedances, right? When you will watch it, we can have here and here. This can be known as VEN, right? Here you can write the positive and here we have the negative, right? In this VCA, and here we can have this other circuit which is known as VAB. Here it is VAC basically, but as we are taking it as VCA, I will later explain that why we are taking this VCA, right? So here it will get just like this. Okay, so now we can just like this, as we have named them as Z delta, as these impedances are connected across the circuit in the delta connections, but here we have these impedances connected as Y connections, so we can give them the name of Y. Okay, so similarly here we have IA, this one is IB, and this one we can say that IC. Okay, so now mention these A, here it is B, and here we have this as C. Okay, I think it's so that there is no problem up till now in watching these figures, as these figures are drawn by using the very basic knowledge or very basic concepts. Okay, so we can also mention that we have this thing as VBC. Okay, here is VBC. Here we can also write this as VBC, and this one is minus plus, here we have minus plus. Okay, so sorry, plus minus, right, as B2C, and here again plus minus. If we will write it as VBC and we use polarity of minus B here and plus C here, then it will be VCB, right? The positive will be come on the front page, on the front side, means with the coefficient, and the other one, the negative side, will come afterwards. Okay, so now writing the basic equations, as we know by watching this, that what we will do is to first define the reference, right? Let us suppose that we have the reference branch, the reference phase as AB. Reference phase is AB. Okay, why we have taken this reference phase? Because we are going to calculate lot of things, right? We will apply different mathematical formulas in order to validate our results. That's why we have to we can't do the calculations or the computations across VAB, VBC and VCA, or by taking all the coefficients and doing the and solving for all the components. Therefore, we will only take the one reference value and we will do the calculations for meeting the requirements, right? So we will take this reference phase AB. First of all, we are assuming it, right? And after it, as these are symmetrical impedances, we have symmetrical impedance. Okay, so as you know that we have the symmetrical impedance, therefore we can calculate for both Y and delta as the value of current becomes IA is equal to, if you can watch that we have to find the value of IA, then we apply the Kirchhoff current law. Okay, so if we just see it, right, then we will be able to know that this current is leaving current while IA and ICA both are entering currents, right? So we can write it as IA is equal to leaving current minus ICA. Okay, so this is our first equation. Then IB, for IB we can watch that the IB is entering and IAB is entering while IBC is leaving, so we can write it IB is equal to IBC minus IAB. Okay, and for the third one, that is this one, what we will write, we can have ICA, right? ICA is the leaving current, and what are the entering currents? One is IC is entering and the other one is IBC is entering. So leaving minus entering, this will lead to find this IBC. Okay, so let's suppose that we have the different components across the sequences, right? So we can write that by applying sequencing, right? So we will apply the sequences. You know, we have three types of sequences. One is zero sequence, the other one is positive sequence, and the third one is negative sequence. Okay, so the zero sequence is represented by a superscript of 0, the positive sequence is represented by superscript of 1, whereas the third one, the negative sequence, is represented by superscript of 2. Okay, so now as you know that by applying sequences and adding these equations, the definition of zero sequence is, the definition of zero sequence is that we can obtain IA of 0 is equal to IA plus IB plus IC divided by 3, this term will be equal to 0, right? It means that the line currents into a delta connected circuits have no zero sequence currents. Okay, so substituting components of currents into the equation for IA, right? So we will apply the sequences. So we can have IA is equal to IA1 plus IA2, and we can have IA of 0 plus, sorry, it is IAB. We are just elaborating this particular equation. Okay, IAB of 0 plus IAB of 1, right, plus IAB of 2. Okay, so and here we have minus ICA. So applying the same sequences on ICA, ICA of 0 plus ICA of 1 plus ICA of 2. Okay, we can have this, right? So solving it further, we can write it just like this. For the zero sequence, we will write it just like this, ICA of 0, right, plus IAB of 1 minus ICA of 1, right? And for negative sequence, we can write IAB of 2 minus ICA of 2. Okay, so we will write it just like this. Now then you can find it that here we have this value equals to 0, so we can write the above equation just like this, IA1 plus IA2, right, is equal to IAB 1 minus ICA1, right, plus IAB2 minus ICA2. Okay, up till here we just have these equations, right? Now by watching this delta connection, right, we can assume that here we have n, I have just written n here. Okay, by watching this delta connection, right, we can watch that we have this delta in the form of IAB for 1 minus ICA1 for IA in the positive sequence, whereas IAB2 minus ICA2 for the negative sequence. So as I have told you in the previous lecture that by noticing the phase difference, right, by noticing the phase difference, we can write out the values of phasors. There I have told you an alpha function operator, alpha, right, there I have told you. So now that function operator has the value of 1 into angle of 120 degree, that leads to alpha square is equal to 1 into angle of 240 degree. I hope that you must remember as it is from the last lecture. Okay, so considering this function operator, what we can write is the values of I. As I have told you earlier that we will consider this reference phase is IAB. Means we will place the values, we will solve the whole circuit for the values of IAB. Okay, so now writing this ICA in terms of IAB by using this function operator, as I have told you in the last lecture, applying the same formulas, applying the same values, we can find that for the positive sequence ICA1, we can have this IAB1. You have to find it yourself, as this is a very easy task. You just have to apply, you just have to notice the angles, and you have to apply the knowledge that I have told you in the previous lecture, right? By using that we can find out this IAB1, and then the second one, for second one ICA of 2, we can have this, will multiply IA square IAB2. okay, so these two values are determined. So now putting these values into the previous equation, IA1 plus IA2 means the positive sequence plus negative sequence. As we know that the zero sequence is 0 by using this equation, this particular equation, right? So by using this equation we already had this term as 0, so that's why we have not considered it here, right? So for the positive and negative sequence, we can write it as 1 minus a into IAB1. I have just taken it as common one, right? Plus 1 minus a square into IAB2. okay, so after I have just placed the values here, right, in the last equation, here I have placed in place of ICA, I have just placed the value that IA square, ICA1. For ICA1 I have just placed the value of IAB1, and for ICA2 this value, this coefficient, I have placed the value a square IAB2, right? And after them I have taken the IAB term as common, right, for the positive sequence as well as for the negative sequence. So after it, what we will do is to write the equation for IB, right? I will not calculate it, I will just write the values for IB. They will become 1 minus a IBC1, right? And for the other one, 1 minus a square into IBC2. okay, and now after it we have to express the IB1, IB2, IBC1 and IBC2 in terms of IA1, IA2, right, and likewise IAB1 and IAB2, right? By applying all these equations and solving it, right, the above equation for this equation, right, this one, equation A will be leading to IA1 is equal to under root of 3 into angle of minus 30 degree, right? As you know that there is a phase difference, so that's why into IAB1, whereas for IA2 we have under root of 3 into angle of 30 degree into IAB2. okay, so this is basically the results for the delta connections. okay, so now by using these two equations, what we will do is to draw the values. okay, let me show you that how we will draw the values. As you can watch that here we have IA is lagging behind IAB by minus 30 degree, right? So let me start it. IA is lagging behind IAB by minus 30 degree. Okay, so I can write here as IA and here as IAB, right? 1 and this is 1 for the positive sequence, right? Likewise, let me tell you that what we have to draw is IBC, and IB is lagging behind IBC by 30 degree. Okay, so we can draw it just like this. If we consider that we have 120 degree, then we can write it just like this. Okay, here we have this as IB1 and here we can have this IBC1. Okay, there is difference of 30 degree. And for the likewise for the vector C, we can write it as just like this, and here we can have just like this. This will be what? This will be IC1 and it is lagging behind ICA1 by 30 degree. Okay, so we can draw it just like this for the positive sequence. And for the negative sequence, we know that IAB2 is lagging behind this IA2 by 30 degree. Therefore this will become on this side, and likewise IC will be leading ICA, and likewise IB will be leading IBC. So for negative sequence, we can draw this diagram. Here we will consider that IAB2 is on its original position, right? And here we have this one as IA2. Okay, so after it, as you know that this is the negative sequence, right? So B and C will change their positions. Okay, so we will write it just like this, that IB IBC 2, and here we have this as IB2. Okay, and just like this we can draw it ICA2, and likewise we can have this as IC of 2. Okay, so we will draw our respective diagram just like this by only knowing these two expressions. Okay, so after drawing them we can solve it for the y connection. Okay, I will just teach you in some time that I will teach you in the next lecture, sorry, about the y connections. Okay, thank you very much for today.